What's going on, guys? So today I'm gonna see if I still have enough parts to turbo my F20B. The car has been H2B turbo before, but I sold one of my best manifolds. But I have a log manifold and I still have my old GT35. And I'm gonna drop this header. I already unbolted most of it, but I'm gonna get the collector loose and drop the header and see if these manifolds are gonna fit and what all it's gonna take should I actually follow through with this. Let's pipe open header, most of it's live. Literally, if y'all can see, literally all I have is test pipe, mid pipe, and right at the resonator it's cut, and then obviously it's on the header. This is a tri-Y. I don't plan on fabricating anything today. Help. Get it closer to where it would actually sit. Well, that dual ball bearing life, baby. Ain't even thinking about skipping a beat yet. All right, guys, that's probably a wrap for today. Basically, I finished the install today of the turbo kit and cruised around. I don't see any major leaks or anything. So next up is gonna be to do the fuel injectors and then 4-bar map sensor, and then get the tuning on this little thing, make sure she's got the correct fuel and ignition in it to be running smoothly. I did stab it and it immediately gets lean and it just spools so fast. These small runners actually do help with low end velocity. So that volume at low RPM is gonna travel very fast, but it has to meet the turbine's expectations, which this is 82AR turbine housing on a GTX3582R exhaust wheel. So the flow is even good for mid-range to low range with a short runner like that. I'm pretty surprised with the response, but I haven't even got it into real boost yet. So we don't know how the mid-range and the top end is gonna feel with this little manifold and this little exhaust. I was thinking about doing a 106 AR. That way at least I have a really big exhaust housing for you know, everything to go smoothly. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep timing really soft, even though I'm gonna be running E85. I'm gonna run the knock sensor, keep timing very low, and then slowly creep onto it in the high RPM to see where, if this thing is knock limited, because it doesn't matter what fuel you have, either you're gonna hit MBT, which is mean best torque, so that timing you're putting in it is no longer increasing cylinder pressure in a good way. It can be detrimental to the engine. It can make anything hot or fail at any time. Or you're gonna run into the other reason that you just can't put the turbine exhaust gas out quick enough because the runners are so small. So that back pressure increases cylinder pressure to where, just again, it all really comes down to, can you get this air out? Because once this thing spools and puts all that air in, just as good as this coming in, it needs to be coming out, because the whole thing on boost pressure is there's manifold pressure going through the intake, and when it comes out, it needs to be able to release at least. I mean, it's never going to be really 1-to-1 because it needs to have some kind of back pressure to build the boost, and the engine's volumetric efficiency has to be able to breathe it at a safe level, and that's where timing and having a good knock sensor or being able to read plugs really good comes into play, because you can just throw a really saucy tune at this, and sure, it might feel fast, but down low or mid-range, you might have a little bit of knock you don't even know about, or you just might be increasing cylinder pressure so much that the engine can't handle it. This doesn't even have head studs or a good head gasket, guys. This is bone stock from pan to valve cover. All I did was slap a turbo kit, so I'm not expecting, you know, to break records with this car. What I am expecting though is this engine has gone 11.8 on 100 shot of nitrous, so it does about 13.5 to 14.0 NA. I already have videos of that with that 1320 tri-Y header straight pipe. So now the goal is to be a little faster than an 11.8. The realistic goal I want to set is an 1150. If I can't achieve that, that's okay, guys. I mean, it's a stock motor. I really don't want to push it too hard. Like I said, I'm going to put a knock sensor on it, a Bosch knock sensor. Shout out Tuner Nerd, man. I love their Knock Monitor Pro. Guys, if you're a self-taught tuner, you really should be having a way of detecting knock. These old school Hondas, I'm on an OBD1 ECU. It does not have really good knock control, but at the very least, when you're tuning, even on a good fuel, even on the best setup, you always need to make sure something's not happening. Make sure an injector's not failing, making that cylinder so lean that it's knocking on its own and the rest look good, air fuel looks good, but you're killing a hole, or EGTs in certain holes are so hot, you got to read your plugs and make sure everything is really going smoothly, even if it's just a street tune, guys. I don't have a dyno yet. I don't really have access to one, so I always keep timing pretty soft. And on these higher horsepower cars with stock engines or anything forced induction, I'm monitoring knock before I get anything aggressive into the maps, because it is so easy, guys, to break these stock motors. And H22s, F20Bs are supposed to be all motor, you know, from the factory. So the clearances on these ring gaps are very tight, guys. They're not trying to waste any efficiency, any combustion. So it's trying to pump out all that natural aspiration. Well, now I just went and put a smaller header or manifold, and then there's a turbine that's gonna spool the compressor to force air in. So there's really nothing safe about this, guys. I know people will say, oh, I've hit 450 on this block, I've hit 500 horsepower on this block. Guys, I don't care about the horsepower numbers. I just want to know it runs smooth and it makes me smile. And I don't care about MPGs, guys. It's a race car. My dump is right here. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, you know, it's only going to the track or a closed course for racing, guys. This isn't a street car. This isn't gonna be anything on the streets. Now, I know I've raced in the past, but I don't want to promote anything sketchy. So if you guys see this, guys, please hit me up, see if we can link up and go to the track. I want to go to Edinburgh Raceway and really see what this thing can do. I don't want to waste too much time racing people and stuff. I just really want to do like a driving test, my personal best with this setup, because there's a lot that goes into really drag racing, and I try to keep it simple. So I'm just going to go on wastegate, 24.5x8 slicks, and just try to get my launch and my 8th down and just send it, guys. I mean, it may let go. This is not a serious build, so I don't have a belly can yet or a diaper, but I really want to look into the sports qualifications for track events. I only do test and tunes. I really don't like to get into competition or anything crazy, because it just makes it stressful for me. I got a lot going on. It was a miracle I was able to pull this off, but I mean, just hit me up, guys. We got to go to the track. RACE-ALOT Garage is coming up. I am Fampo tuning. For y'all that wonder who's my tuner, I tune most of the cars on my channel unless I'm racing somebody else, and obviously some of those cars are tuned by me. I don't have a very big team, and we don't have a lot of time. We have kids and all that, but if we can get together, guys, and make this happen down south, just these little projects keep going. I mean, that's all I want to see, is these little projects keep going, guys. So y'all have a good one, and stay tuned for the next video, because it'll be on tuning this bad boy, seeing what we can get out of it.